Hello everyone, James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. We are out here. It is middle to late August and we are still hitting triple digit heat. It is a scorcher out here today. So we're gonna do something a little different. Now you've seen these fruits before. These are the prickly pear fruit, also known locally as dunas. And you've seen me talk about them before. They are delicious, hands down the most delicious fruit you're gonna find in the Chihuahuan desert. Including like 2 weeks ago, we made a video where we improvised some jam to put on top of our bannock. Today we're gonna utilize them again. Now, during late summer is when they're blooming, nice and fat and vibrant. Everything is munching on them. I mean, everything, all the bugs, all the small mammals and all that stuff. They're all out here. So I'll put this down again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather several of them and then I'm gonna take them home. So we're gonna deviate from the norm a little bit and we're gonna go to my house and I'm gonna make some juice from them. Some really delicious, refreshing juice out of them. So thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Okay folks, so once again we want to be careful because they grow these spines as well as some thin little hairs called cloacids that are just really annoying. So I don't want to touch them with my hand. If you're a macho man, you can do it. I'm not going to go through all that bother. So you could use tongs, you can use all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to use my knife. So what you can do is just poke it through at the top and then gently wiggle it. And there we go. And you can see it's already nice and juicy on the inside. Man, that's going to be delicious. So I'm going to gather about 10 of these in a plastic bag and then head on out of here. And we got to hurry because the phone that we're recording in keeps overheating. So let's make this fast. Okay guys, now I've mentioned this before in other videos in case this is your first time watching. Just be careful when you're picking some of these fruit because snakes like to hide amongst underneath the cactus. Not only does it provide them shade, but the thorns and all that protects them from predators. So just be careful if you walk up and you hear a rattle, or just keep an eye out. Look for anything that distinguishes the shape of a snake or something. Just be careful. You don't want to get bitten. And yeah, I think that's about it. We are just about done here. I'd say that's about good enough. And yeah, I'm just using a disposable bag because it's just gonna fill it with thorns. Okay folks, so we are here in my kitchen. I normally do not like filming inside my home. I find that quite boring. This is an outdoor channel, so I like being out there having adventures. But this is realistic. I have made juice 3 times this summer. So I'm just going to show you, I bring it home, I clean out the thorns and all that, and then I make the juice and put it in the fridge to get it nice and cold. I'm also going to show you a different way to go ahead and remove the thorns and cloacids, just using a strainer and your sink. So let's get to it. And this is why I use a disposable bag, because this bag just gets ripped apart. And in fact, I actually got a couple of little cloacids on my finger from this. But that way we could just dispose of this bag, turn on the water. Now I like to use fire, obviously, when I'm outdoors. I just roll these over coals or hold them over the flames, and that'll take care of the small little hairs, the cloacids, and the thorns. But you don't have to necessarily do that if you're at home. Just this straining method, just do it for a couple of minutes, and it makes it knocks them off, and just makes it easier for you to hold it with your hand and then start skinning them. Well, we already strained them for several minutes. Now these fruit are just about ready to go. You're able to grab them with your hand. So we have our knife, our cutting board, and our jug here. So I'm just gonna skin the outer layer off, then throw the fruit onto the jug, and I'm gonna put about 10 fruits in there. So let's get to it. So I'm gonna slice the top. Look how dark and juicy that looks. Slice the bottom. Then I'm gonna make an incision on one side. Turn it around. Make an incision on the opposite side. and then use my thumbs and just start removing all that outer skin, and you have all this juicy goodness right here. So let's throw this on here, and we're gonna do the rest, the other 9. Okay, so that's about the last one. I believe this might actually be 11 of them. So it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. But there we go. We're just about ready. Now I'm gonna smush them. I got my little crappy spatula that I carved in Arizona. And I'm just gonna start smushing them in there. Alright, so it's about just as beat as I want it to. There's still going to be a slight bit of pulp. It's fine. It doesn't really bother me, at least me. You can try to strain it out if you want. I'm good like that. I mean, all the nutrients and all that stuff is going to be found in there anyway. So then we're going to fill up our water. So we have it filled about halfway. I'm going to stop there briefly before I fill it up for the rest of it. I have myself a cup of sugar here. I'm going to throw on there. And you can stop there. What I like to do also is just throw a pinch of salt as well, since it's just so hot and I'm outside at the very least 2 days out of the week, sweating at this time of year. So a little bit of salt to help replace my sodium. And now I'm going to fill up the water all the way to the top, all the way up here. Well, folks, that's just about ready. Look how beautiful, deep, and rich and dark that is. Very red. So now I'm just going to just make sure everything's nice and moved around in there. Then time to throw in some ice. Alright, I just made a mess in my kitchen. Check that out. Well, here we go, folks. A nice refreshing drink from out in nature. So, bottoms up. That's awesome. Oh man, it really hits the spot right here. Even though it's already about to be sunset, it is still really warm. So this is really nice and refreshing. I'm actually going camping tomorrow with Cuervo. We're gonna go film some videos, and I'm gonna actually take some of this over there to enjoy. Not only just to quench our thirst, but I think we might mix it with some tequila while we're just hanging around the campfire. So that'll be cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below and give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. The prickly pear plant has just the prickly pear fruit is just so versatile and it's just really delicious. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.